撃のブルーバレット。
That is why I love anime. Anime takes so many stupid shapes and sizes in the stories it tells, and sure, sometimes anime is just about a bunch of high schoolers being really awkward, but anime should be appreciated for being the pure imagination randomizer that it is. And that's why us weebs, us anime connoisseurs, we end up watching things that we would never normally watch otherwise. For instance, I don't think there's anything more absurd than watching golf. But I've seen enough sports shows to know you don't really have to like that sport to like that sports anime, you know what I mean? If anything, you might have more appreciation for the sport after you watch the anime. You think I give a fuck about volleyball? You think I've sat down and watched volleyball matches? But after watching Haikyuu, I can watch volleyball and think,
and here it comes! Oh, Sterling makes another tremendous save! And North Carolina's wasting no mother of pearl! Oh!
I respect this. This is a grown man sport. That's what this is.
Tim Evanwood!
So then it finally happened. I watched an anime about golfu. Specifically, women's golf. A real sport. That being said, I'm not like a go-to sports anime guy. I haven't seen that many sports anime. You can probably tell by the fact that I made a Haikyuu reference. But when I saw Birdie Wing, there was a couple of things that attracted me to it that got me watching. One, the OP. I watched that 13 times for each episode, and I laughed 13 times. I have the sense of humor of a small child. That's a bop. The other reason I watch this show, and this can hook me into any show or anything really, the waifus. That's right, female golfing, it's a real sport, and the entire cast of the show is almost exclusively cute girls. And I know a lot of anime fans out there watching us, a flare went off in their mind and they immediately are calling it. This is an ecchi show. It's an ecchi show, ecchi bait. Not exactly.
This is a competitive, respectable, dignified show about competition and should be treated as such.
For an anime, it's pretty dignified. Still an anime though. Also, did I mention that there's a subplot about like an underground golf mafia that puts like hits out on people and they gamble for like casinos and shit? That's where we meet our main character. She does that. And she just plays golf with old white dudes and just takes their money. That's her career. That's what she does. She just hits a ball with a stick and makes money from it. That's what golf is to her. That is until she is introduced to her rival, Aoi. Aoi, Anosara. Sorry, I had to do that. Anyway, Aoi comes from the exact opposite mindset as Eve, where she grew up on golf like it's her bread and butter. She's done it 1,000 times. She knows exactly what to do, doesn't miss, perfection. And golf is a sport to her. She respects it, but she's kind of bored of it. And that's why when she meets Eve, who has a completely different mindset, who is fun to play with and almost, if not better than her, the rivalry instantly clicks. And honestly, it's kind of the backbone of this show. The first episode, you're actually invested in that. And by the final episode, you're still invested in it. It starts off as your classic rivalry. There's a friendship in there. There's some yuri bait in there. It's animated by Bandai, so it was perfect. Whenever Eve goes up to golf, it's like she's shooting a kamehameha. The way it's animated, she just fucking whacks it and she does her catchphrase. The amount of times I heard this girl say, "Blue Balletto! Blue Balletto! Blue Balletto! Blue Balletto!" It was hype every time. Every single time. And she does it a lot. And while we're talking about Bandai, they did a pretty good job animating the show. It's not like the most gorgeous, polished show I've ever seen, but they didn't slouch on it either. The character designs, the presentation, a lot of the things where these types of shows crumble to pieces, and the little things, the details, Birdie Wing doesn't miss. If there's one thing I will complain about though, it's the pacing. The first, 9 episodes are its own arc, self-contained, and that feels like it has its own finale, and then they just go into the second arc and right when we start that up, it just ends unceremoniously. Because anime's doing this new thing where Spy Family did this, for example, where it's just a 2-core show. Like, instead of just having all 26 episodes come out at the same time, they're like, let's just split it in half and air it separately at different times. So the comments on Crunchyroll, which, by the way, don't ever read Crunchyroll comments, it's a plague. I don't know why I did it, but I did. They had no idea the episode was actually ending on the final episode. And this review only covers the first 13 episodes, so as far as the ending goes, it sucks. That being said, the new arc that they introduced, I do like. Eve basically follows Aoi to Japan and goes to like golf school. But if you're watching this, you're probably of like 3 camps. One, you saw Birdie Wing and you're just watching videos about it, which all the power to you. Or I convinced you to watch Birdie Wing, or you're watching this, I don't know how you made it this far, and you have no intention of watching this show ever. And if I have not convinced you to watch this show yet, hopefully this will do it. I'm going to give Birdie Wing, and I really did not think I would give it this score when I started watching it, a solid 8 out of 10. But I do intend on watching Birdie Wing Season 2. If you guys want me to do a video on that as well, let me know in the comments down below. If not, I have a lot of other dumb anime videos in the works, so if you want to see those, please subscribe to this channel. If you liked the video, hit that big thumbs up button down below. And until next time, thank you for watching as always, and with that, I leave you.